Abusia, any analysis what I say. I'm sure so I be PMI did up the TV so. Subscribe, imagine and like if I comment show share my own been sinking. Enrechi any kudim kunim ewo Akroma na me kai ka receipt no akwatia enche beko. The toso Nsawam aduajiri according to lawyers intervention. Yes, because seat our contention no tema central account confirm our court. Nsawam aduajiri our court and not Dompre our court. But lawyers intervention release the secret from electoral commission, which is in the presence of what the presiding officers say during the coalition at Tesano when they declare for a year NDC no quite regulated no edema not Dompre no you can say woman in say what do are not Dompre into and lawyers it abends chuma there is no pink sheet. Yes, Jimen's and electoral and Jimen's and as electoral commission confirm say omuni pink sheet and omuni declare and not Dompre according to lawyers it abends. Opa said there were no pink sheet. She was there. She was representing the NDC, and there were no pink sheet. Inti are not Dompre because a year lawyer Rashid Tanko after she declared Robin or can we now say Nkwatia and Nsawam I have no southwest, Techiman south, Obas east. Nina they will fight for the victory, and it has started from Akroma until lawyers that Benz so I declare I'm here who said. Confirmed by electoral commission say they declare another Dompre which is Nsawam Aduajiri constituency without ever pink sheet. According to lawyers that Benz was said there was no pink sheet. Yes, into equity narrative. We analysis now.
Rabna Obin was declared winner. The next day, Jean Mensah came and annulled that declaration. So they brought us here. So when I hear the NPP saying that, we are getting injustice from NDC because they are in power and they are trying to twist our arms and get the Akroma seat from us, I laugh. You were in power on December 7th, 2024 when Rabna was declared, her hands were twisted and the seat was taken away from her. So who suffered injustice? You were in power. You used your power and your influence over the electoral commission to take away the seat from Rabna. Rabna has been the one fighting for this seat for the past 7 months. So you cannot come and cry foul when something you created has come back to bite you. I'm sure my brother will have a proverb for that. You create the problem. The problem comes to bite you, and then you cry injustice. That is most unfortunate. And then go around saying that I'm a poor widow. Widow doesn't qualify you. I mean, one of the qualifications for going into parliament, it doesn't say you have to be a widow to go there. You know, there are qualifications for it. It doesn't matter who you are. Once you qualify, and we don't care your personal situation. You know, once you qualify, you can do the work and the people vote for you, you go. So the EC brought us to this situation. And it was not just, don't forget, it was not just Akroma North. We had Dompre. In Dompre, the candidate, the MPP candidate, Michael Kwe Jr., actually conceded. He conceded defeat to our NDC candidates. And then the electoral commission turns around, comes back, and says that, oh no, we think that you won. When the man who went for the election, the returning officer had declared the NDC candidate winner. The man who won had agreed that the man who lost had agreed that I have lost. The EC says, no, we want more, we are taking it back. So the EC is the problem. Whoever was controlling the EC at the time did not do the EC any good. They came back. Tema Central, your constituency, as part of it, they are in court. Okankwe Central is part of it. Akwetia it's part of it. I was at Tesano police station when Akwetia was declared in the absence of NDC. Our executives were on their way coming from Akwetia when we called them and told them, don't bother. They have already declared the MPP winner of the election. So go back. Which was very, very unfair. At least give the other party the opportunity to get there, do the recount, and then let them know that this is their situation. But that's what the EC did. I was there. And I was there because in Nsawam, I was representing Nsawam at Tesano police station. Nsawam did not have pink sheets. Just as Ablekumano did not have pink sheets. The EC did not have pink sheets. And pink sheet determines who the winner is. We were calling for a rerun. The EC said no. They went to court. The court finally managed to get a court order and declared Nsawam for MPP. When there were clearly no pink sheets for both parties. So what we were doing was that the pink sheets that NDC had, we would bring. In July, during the registration, she shot at people. It's there, you can Google it. You know, empathy for people. When she's going into an electoral area, she carries a gun, weapons on her. All the men who follow her are known. That is why she got the nickname Kaswa Rambo. So somebody who is known for that gets into the area, and I have seen the video. She started attacking. She should know better. As a former minister of state, your responsibilities is higher than the macho man down there. So the honors of duty and care that as a former minister of state you owe to the state is higher than, you know, somebody who just goes to the gym, builds muscles and comes to fight at elections. She should know better. The video I saw was of her spraying pepper spray into the crowd. So obviously some of that pepper spray touched the man who dived and jumped her. I'm sure that the man was standing somewhere minding his own business and then felt the burning sensation and just jumped on her. So it should be a lesson to all of us. And I pray that she learns a lesson from what she did yesterday. To going into another election, not to go there armed with pepper sprays, knives and guns and so on and so forth. She should lead by example. So I condemn the attack on the media man, the policeman who slapped. I saw the video. It was in bad taste. He needs to be punished. The fact that you are wearing a uniform doesn't give you the right to, you know, take the law into your hands and beat up people. It is wrong. It is wrong. And I have been a victim of electoral violence before. In 2008, I ran at Dompre. I went to the Taifa market. I was with Adekoka. May his soul rest in peace. I was with E.T. Mensah. May his soul rest in peace. They ran and left me. Adekoka's E.T. Mensah's bodyguard got his head smashed. I didn't run. I stood. But and I didn't run because the people were throwing stones. They were not even tags. They immediately saw us. And when I ran in Dompre, what they told me was that it was a no-go area for NDC because it is an MPP stronghold. So when I got there, they said, "Oh, the NDC people are here," and then they started throwing stones. So and the men that I went with, they all left me and I stood. So later on, it was a police who I didn't have anything on me. I didn't have pepper spray, because at the time I thought that it was just a mere election. So they ran away and they went to the Atomic police station. I stood and the police, about 6 armed men, came and put me in the middle and they took me away. I'm sure Metro TV or GTV or TV3 would have that clip because they took it. So I was lucky to have escaped. I was also a victim of electoral violence recently in the 2024 election at Nsawam Edwajiri. I was a coalition agent at Nsawam Edwajiri. So as the counting was going on, one party realized that they were losing. and they sent tags, led by the MP. They sent tags to the collation center. It was a secondary school. And, I was in the collation center when the tags started shaking the door, metal doors. They broke the metal doors down. And even as they were trying to break the metal doors down, it was a mob action. They were throwing stones. So you could hear the stones rolling on the ceiling, the roofing. And, one stone hits your head, you are gone, brain injury. You are dead. And then all of a sudden, I saw armed men shooting into the collation center. And I didn't know, I had to run. I was with my friends, we ran. But in the midst of running, I had in mind that, any bullets, stray bullets could hit you. So this happened on the night of the election, December 8th in the morning, around 4 a.m. From there, I sat in my car, I got back to Accra around 7 a.m. So any form of electoral violence is bad. And we shouldn't encourage it, let alone from a former minister. Okay, and at the time that Hawa Kunsin was shooting guns, she was a minister of state, she was a minister of fisheries, and she was shooting guns at a registration center. And her excuse was that she did it to protect herself. Why did she even take a gun to a registration center in the first place? Her government was in power. Nothing happened to her. She walked away scot-free. Yesterday she appeared and she had pepper spray on her, started spraying people. And of course, if you spray me, because it burns, it's very, very painful. So obviously the person felt it and dived at her. So she deserved what she got. But going forward, we have to find a way. And I'm not even going to go to the recommendation yet. In 2020, 8 people lost their lives during the election. 8 people. Like my brother Nee said, it says we are just going to count. Why do we have to lose lives? The 8 people, one included a 13-year-old at Ododo Dio. What did she do? She's not even ready. She's not even a voter. She's not even 18. But like I said, stray bullets. So we have to find a way to ensure that if we are going to vote, we don't become like an animal kingdom or a jungle where, and before the election started, I saw videos of MPP, one of your vice chairmen, and some of the big men, they were there saying that, we are ready for NDC. We have seen, we are ready. If they bring it, we are ready. You can't go into an election thinking that you are going to fight. It's an election for a reason. You are going to vote. You are not going to fight. So if you go there with the mindset that you are going to fight, you have to prepare yourself to fight. If we want to fight, then we'll go and join South Sudan, or let's move to Sudan or somewhere and start fighting. But if as leaders you come and then you are recorded on video saying that we are ready to fight, look, we can all protect ourselves. If you bring it on, we'll meet you. So as leaders, we shouldn't incite our people. Get there and grant interviews and say that we are here. If NDC, we know that they are ready. You see, and NPP has copied. They've gone to form a blue army. Our concept of the green army is not to fight. It's a youth group that was set up to galvanize for campaign. The youth go down there and campaign. But because of the word army, they feel that it's something to know. The Green Army, I attended the youth launch and everything. I was part of it. It is not a tool meant to fight. But they sent their Blue Army in the morning that the Blue Army is there. Nobody is fighting. Only 19 polling stations. And look at what happened yesterday. It was shameful. And I'm sure that if our Kumsi wasn't there, wouldn't have gotten to that extent. She's known for violence. Wherever she goes, she takes it along. So she took it there. People were ready for her. Because they knew that once she comes, she has a gun on her. Even during 2024 election, her men shot one person dead. And I'm calling on the president to have that election violence that led to one person dying at Kaswa investigated. It needs to be investigated. She can't continue to shed blood during registration and during election and walk away scot-free. She can't do that. She's not above the law in this country. She's not. But how did we get here? The Electoral Commission. The Electoral Commission brought us here on December 7th, 2024.
After this election, some rantings from some fringe elements threatening that Akotia, some vengeful acts are going to come and others. I believe that the IGC should take judicious notice, first and foremost, of those issuing those threats. Anybody who issues a threat is engaging in criminal conduct. So those who issue those threats must be arrested. And that would even before we get to Akotia. And if the police even chance on people making preparations to unleash violence, they have a bounden duty to arrest those people and bring them to book. So, Senna, I think that that element was a single blot that occurred yesterday. It did not, because one, it occurred in just one polling station. And even after that one, calm was restored and voting continued. But I want to also say that for those of us who are political actors, you don't plant maize and expect to harvest cassava. If you are a progeny, you are somebody who is prone to violence, and you are in the habit of, as it were, surrounding yourself with violent elements and encouraging people to be violent, you will get consumed by that violence. So I want to issue a clear call. I don't want to mention names, but I think that Ghanaians all know that those who are in an environment where violence is fertile, that if you think that you can unleash violence on your opponents, and that is a fact of life, and that is karma. If you think that you can unleash violence on your opponents, be mindful that your opponents at another time can also unleash violence on you. So it's better you don't get caught in those things. And if you are already in it, you must withdraw from that fast and comply with the law, so that the law can have equal protection for all citizens, so that all of us can behave in a very sane and sanitized manner, so that elections can go on without violence. But if you think you can use violence as a tool, as a political tool to stay in office, I think where we have reached in our democracy, that mentality doesn't wash. Because the good people of this country now are awake and alive to their responsibilities of making sure that they only elect people who can protect and promote their interests. And so those minded by the resort to political violence as a tool for getting power should get to know that this country has moved on. And so I want to urge the IGP, who is actually in charge of security. In our elections now, the military does not come in until maybe the police find out that they no longer can contain the situation. And so it rests squarely on the hands of the IGP. I think so far the IGP, on assumption of office, has done a good job in many areas, from galamsey to armed robbery. I'm sure a number of products have come out praising him. And so in these our elections, what happened in that police station yesterday, unfortunate that it must never happen again. And for me, it's an eye-opener. He should take steps to ensure that as we prepare for the Akotia by-election, this one was just some few police stations. Akotia is going to be a whole constituency. The entire constituency is going to open up for not even just election, but campaigns. And so those who are minded to unleash violence would want to target innocent people in that thing. I think the police must deploy massively from now onwards. I believe that the IGP should be working on it. They say that if a goat should bite the intruder, it's a shame of the dog. The IGP should know what contingency plans is putting in place as we speak now. I'm not the one to sit here with my ignorance in security matters to tell him what to do, but I know. But now they are making contingency plans to make sure that no such thing as has happened and over in our elections. And then I also want to take the opportunity to also tell all of us that violence should not have political color. Because today, I have heard people who are shouting the loudest from the rooftops, as if what happened yesterday was the single biggest violence ever in the history of our country. When not too long ago, I was West Wogon, this same constituency happened happened, and people were killed. There are people who are still nursing injuries as we speak. My deputy in the last parliament on the communications committee, deputy ranking member, Honorable Sam George, who is now the substantive minister for communications, was not only assaulted. In fact, his life was on the line. Those who saw what is his name, Double, or what did they used to call him, and others did to him. Somebody even cocked a gun and threatened him. They were going to shoot him. We saw all these things. People who are shouting loudest today kept mute. In fact, some of them even came and endorsed what happened. What did Sam George want there? What was he doing at that venue? When it was an election and he was an interested member because he's a leading member of the party. So you see, these are the things. We should have the pedigree to speak out when bad things are done that have incalculable damage on our democracy, irrespective of our party leaders. And so if we adopt that approach and all of us stand together, I'm sure that is a panacea for curing our political landscape of any acts of violence. And so I want to say that taking this in totality, we should be looking forward to a more sanitized Akwatia by-election. And even, I'm not sure Akwatia will be the last. God forbid, nobody is advocating for anybody to go somewhere. But it is an unavoidable necessity in our politics. So, Sana, all in all, I'm sure that kudos, I want to salute all the branch organizers of the police stations yesterday. I think out of the 19, the NDC won about 12, 11 or 12 of the police stations. This is in the stronghold of the New Patriotic Party. I think that they worked so hard to snatch the seat. Since 1992, when the MPP boycotted the elections, and for the first one was won without any serious competition. The NDC, we have never won that election. 2024 is the historic year for us, where bastions of the MPP fell like a pack of cats. And by the grace of Allah Almighty, like I said, this is a snake, a scorpion. The snake.
Whether they were not given instructions or they didn't see it coming, they have intelligence officers. There are BNI officers in every district who could have picked up these signals. And I'm sure they picked up the signals, but maybe no actions were taken on them. In fact, yesterday, I didn't go to Ablekuma. I didn't go there at all. My reason for not going there, people called me. I was following everything, but I said, no, I'm not going there because the party gave a directive. There was a clear instruction that we are not participating in the election. And I didn't know whose instructions to take, whether the party's instruction. When they started counting, all of a sudden there was a hail of bullets.
She has been unleashing violence on people.